Good early day, grand rising to all of you. Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. You're a part of the world. It's King B News and Views. King B News and Views and King B Workouts, in case I load this video to that channel as well. Out getting a good walk, a little exercise. Me and Coach Diamond here. But early right now, I just step out the door and to the smell of smoke, I look out west over the mountains and see smoke. So still got those wildfires going out west California, and so out here you can smell the smoke. But anyway, it's been a few days since I dropped the video, and nothing's changed. It's still the same old news that's been going on. More. You got more food recalls every day. Multiple food recalls is released by the FDA into the media. Multiple food recalls, and this just get to the point of you think, well, what can we actually eat? Right? You have all these food recalls going on. What can we eat? Political wise, the whole Joe Biden fiasco. You got Joe Biden stepping down for what people think is Joe Biden. Meanwhile, that was never the real Joe Biden. The real Joe Biden been gone. So you have an actors playing a part, right? Someone did a video, I believe it was the brother Conscious Juice, where he analyzed a few videos and he showed, Joe Biden being one being taller than the other. So you have actors playing a part. They have these realistic synthetic masks, right? And you got plenty of people who have pointed this out. So it's all a show. They say the world is a stage. Everybody's playing their part. You got to be real careful as to what you give your attention to, right? They flood all of this bad news in the media, and when we pay our attention to it and we focus on that too much, then we help make their reality, or the reality they want to create, real, right? It's gonna come a time, or now is the moment actually when we're supposed to break this hell, make it heaven, right? We've been suffering for too long, way too long. The wealthy gets wealthier, controlling all the resources, right? And the poor gets poorer. I see more and more people out on the streets, men and women and young men, young women, elderly, right? Children, young people, out in the streets, sleeping on a hot concrete. It's hot out here. The temperatures have been well over 100 degrees. I'm talking, they'll come out and the weather will say that it's 100 and it's going to be 114, 115. They take the temperature in the shade. So imagine if it's going to reach, if temperature is reaching 110, 114 in the shade, imagine in the sun. And I see people sleeping on the sidewalk, right? Some in the shade, some in the hot sun, on the hot concrete. You know how hot the concrete is, right? And I think about it, and I look at all this money being spent. Research and look into all the money the United States corporation, otherwise known as the United States government, dish out and send to other countries, right? Like Israel and other countries, every year. Millions, if not billions of dollars they send every single year. Money they send into Ukraine, right? All this money, where all this money coming from? You look at the migrants that came over, all this money. They get money every month, free health care. You know the drill if any of you been following. Free health care, free apartment, right? Free money every month. Download it to a card. And meanwhile, the people who have been here, born here, out in the streets homeless. There should be no such thing. There should be no such thing. Right? I look around in this, what used to be a desert, and they're building everywhere. The desert don't look like a desert anymore. Apartments, houses being built, storefronts. And I think about it, I look and I think and I say to myself, wow, imagine if they built community centers. Imagine if they built something to get the people off the streets, someplace they can go. They can take a shower. They can get clean clothes. Right? Just imagine this. Imagine if these places built connect with Goodwill and other places like Goodwill, where people donate clothes. And now they get in secondhand clothes, shoes, right? So these people can go and they can take a nice shower, right? Get clothes, get shoes, you have some resources there where they can help themselves, okay? Imagine someplace where, someplace safe, someplace the young people, they go to school, they can get help with their learning or whatever, or dare I say, get some real knowledge. Imagine that. They can get some real knowledge. I'm not talking about what they teach in these schools. All right? They don't teach the truth. They've been teaching lies to fit their agenda all these years. They don't teach the truth. Right? But I say, just imagine. Just imagine. You look and see all these casinos, people spending money. And meanwhile, there's all these people above ground and underground. Because there's people underground in tunnels as well. Right? And sleeping in the storm drains. So I say, imagine if they actually help the people. Right? So this is what's going on. This is the type of society, the sick, twisted, and wicked society we're living. Okay? Going back to the food. I saw a video, I watched a video the other day where you had this man talking, explaining how him and his family, they travel. They're from here in the States, but they travel, they often go to Europe. He explained how the type of foods they eat here in the States, wherever state they're from. And when they go to Europe, ate the same kind of food, do the same exercises that they do here in the States, but only for the United States. The difference is when here in the States, they gain weight. They can't lose weight. But when they're in Europe, eating the same foods, they lose weight. What's the difference? Well, the difference is all the toxic chemicals in the foods. The FDA allows toxic chemicals that have been banned, right, by other countries. The FDA allows it. I've done videos on this. Videos I've covered about food recalls. Really windy out here, people. So I hope you can hear me good. But I want to get this video in and get this video done. But anyway, yeah, that's what it is. It's all the toxic chemicals. Just read the ingredients. I've said this before. You can go online and you can order food from another country and have it shipped to you. When you receive your package, go to the store and buy the same food. Same exact food. Sit them side by side and compare the ingredients and watch what you find, watch what you see. Right? The same brand, same manufacturer, but different ingredients. How is that possible? Because here, they can put whatever toxic ingredient they want to put in it. Right? Toxic ingredients, chemical waste. You know, chemical waste. It's like fluoride. Fluoride was originally was chemical waste, right? They put fluoride in the water coming out of your pipes, coming out of your sink, your faucets. Fluoride, right? Fluoride in the toothpaste and sodas and try to tell us that it's healthy. It makes your teeth stronger. No, it doesn't. Actually, look into fluoride and see what fluoride does if you haven't already done so. Right? So, after a while, it just gets draining. It does. So, what's the solution? What can we do about this? You know, we have to really get into yourself. Get deep, go deep within yourself and connect with your higher self, connect with your spirit and elevate yourself, you know, raise your vibration, go to higher frequencies. That's the solution. You know, when I come out here and I exercise my workout videos, my channel, King B Workouts, I don't just, you know, I'm out running, or I'm out walking like I am now when I have my little partner here. When I'm out here by myself, I'm running, you know, I'm inside and I'm doing my workouts, I'm doing my push-ups and my jumping jacks, and I'm getting it in, the ab wheel. For those of you who watch my workout videos, you know what I mean. I'm not just working out. Working out and exercising for me have nothing to do about my physical body. It's not my concern. It's not even a thought. I'm really working out and exercising my energy. The energies inside of me, as well as the energies outside of me, within my circumference, my toroidal field. If you don't know what a toroidal field is, look it up. Okay? Generated through the heart. Look it up. I'm exercising my toroidal for making my toroidal field spin faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. That is done by increasing my heart rate. Because the heart is more like a generator that controls the toroidal field. It's from the heart. And when I increase my heart rate, raise my heart rate, That makes my toroidal field spin faster and faster and faster. See, this physical body is really is. This is our vessel, your vessel, your ship. Okay, your vessel and your ship. Think about it, right? Enoch was taken up by God, his physical body. Enoch did not experience the physical death, and he was turned into an angel or an archangel. How was that done? What happened to his physical body? Your physical body can transform. Your physical body is your vessel, is your ship, right? So this wasn't for those. Now there's going to be some who may see this and not know what I'm talking about, but I'm sure there's some of you who know exactly what I'm talking about. This is our moment. This is our moment. Okay? This is the moment. We are at the moment when it is time for us to put the work in. If you haven't been putting the work in on yourself, right? You need to detach and let go of this material world. All the things that you concern yourself with, all your worries, let go. You gotta let go. You gotta detach and go within. Okay? And you gotta start doing the work, your real work. I'm not talking about your job where you go punch a clock and you're going through all kind of bullshit and getting harassed and everything else, for a paycheck. I'm not talking about that. That's actually slavery. You just don't realize it. Some of you anyway, just don't realize you're just working to pay bills. You are a debt slave. You're working to pay bills, and everything else you do, you're doing it off of credit that you have to pay back. When in reality, another avenue rather, because it's not reality. All of this is fake. It's just an illusion. But you're not actually the debtor. You are actually the creditor, and they're using your credit, and you just don't know it. You thinking you have to pay that back when reality is you don't. Right? Look into that. You could look into that for those who care to know about that. But to me, all of it is a distraction. All of it is an illusion. Detach yourself. Raise your vibratory rate. Right? Get up out of here. This is the moment. Because there's going to be some serious trouble ahead. More people are losing their jobs as more companies, major corporations start to use AI, artificial intelligence, technology, robots. Okay, people are using more corporations are and manufacturing plants are using robots instead of people to do the job. I saw a story. I was watching Full Spectrum Survival on YouTube. I believe that's the channel name. And he reported on the story. I believe it was either a Chinese or a Japanese company. One of the Asian countries where they have a manufacturing plant that runs 24/7 and never stops because they're using robots, right, to do the work. And this is what they're doing. Okay, right? So we definitely need to prepare ourselves. You know, they got already using, the police force is already using militarized robots themselves. Dogs, robot dogs, right? New York City, they have robot dogs that they send into apartment buildings. They can arm these robot dogs as well, right? Have cameras so they can see what's going on. The whole nine. Okay? This is what's happening. Pretty soon you'll see, you know, androids. You think The Matrix was just a movie? The Matrix and the Terminator was just a movie? Was this movies entertainment? No. That was a download. That's Sister Sophia Stewart, who lives out here somewhere. That was a download. She wrote a book in the 70s. That was a download. She received that download from the spirit realm, and she wrote a book, and they stole it, and they took her book and turned it into movies. The Terminator, that's how you got the Terminator movie, and that's how you got the Matrix movies. She sued, and she won, right? Because they stole her work. But anyway, those were not just movies. It wasn't just entertainment. But this is where we're headed. And we need to prepare ourselves. Right? The food is fake. You know, watermelon and fruits with no seeds in it. Right? These foods are GMOs, or they don't say GMO anymore. I've talked about this in previous videos. Right? They used to say GMO. Now they don't say GMO anymore on the packages. On the food it says bioengineered. Same thing, GMO, bioengineered. They're just playing with the name. They change the name up. But it's the same thing, right? They're altering or changing the food, the seeds. Okay? That's what they're doing. And they're growing these foods in the lab, right? This is what they're doing, okay? The poison that people accepted and put in their arms, in their body, that poison, in 2020, you know what I'm talking about, but that poison, they're putting it in the foods, in your lettuce, in your vegetables, right? They came out and said they was going to do this. Okay? This is what's happening. This is what's happening. So, this is where we at. If we don't raise our energies, if we don't go in deep within ourselves, right? We're going to be in trouble. That's what it is. It's put up or shut up time. That's what it is. Now it's time to put up or shut up. All the talking people do, these content creators, right? All the talking people do, now it's time to put up or shut up. Who's real and who's not real? Do you have what it takes? It's time to put the work in. The talking about it is over. Now you got to do the work. All right? But raise your vibrations. Elevate yourself. That is the only way. That is the only way to deal with this. But I will go back to talking about information, but real information, ways that you can help yourself, ways that you can elevate yourself, because that's what's important. More than ever. See, we can't focus. We have to stop focusing so much on what they're doing and focus on what we need to do. Right? That's what it is. You got to stop focusing and paying attention to what they're doing, because when we do that, we're helping their agenda. We help bring their agenda into reality. We help make it real. So we got to stop focusing so much on what they're doing and focus on more on what we need to do, what we have to do for our survival, right? And for those of us who are on the same wavelength, those of us who are on the same frequency, right? We need to come together. That's another thing, okay? But we have to stop feeding their agenda. This is King B News and Views. And this is King B Workout. I'm going to upload this to both channels, okay? So if you're not subscribed to my King B Workouts channel, go on over there and subscribe to that channel, all right? I'm talking good. I'm giving out good information on that channel while I work out my energies, all right? And if you're not subscribed to King B News and Views, subscribe to that channel. There's a lot of information on there as well. Love yourself unconditionally. Keep your loved ones close, right? Talk about these things. Have these discussions. Talk about how you can elevate yourselves as a group, individually and as a group, right? Share the information. Plan. Have multiple plans and be ready. So whatever circumstance or situation come your way, you're prepared to deal with it. Protect the women, our children, and our babies first and foremost. Our women, our children, our babies have been and are under attack. Protect them. Stand up for them. Shout out to all the real women out there, right? Shout out to all the real men out there, all right? That's all I got for you. To the next video. Peace.